This is like the fourth time me trying to say, hi guys and welcome back to another video. I hope you're doing absolutely amazing. This is a reaction video to Burnham in the green room. You guys suggested sounded super interesting. There is a full episode of that as well, like 41 minutes. I can do that as well, but tell me in the comments if you want. And let's go. There's also him performing "Art Is Dead," which we're gonna cover, but this is him talking to the guys. Let's go. Green room, Burnham, and the dudes.
Oh, I was running
Now,
titles.
why can he talk? Who's
I don't know.
He shouldn't be able to talk before him.
I
That's true. Fair point.
I am.
Fair point.
I'm of the younger generation, so I just wonder for all of you, who are you?
All right, now you can talk.
From their perspective, though, like it's like the same thing.
It's so good. It's so good because it's so mutual. The truth is, I saw your special like just a couple weeks ago. I was really into what you were doing, and I said, "Now, who is this?" And then
He thought you were Emo Phillips.
I'm a big fan of Bo's, and you kind of had a quick trajectory in a very short time, and people gave you shit for it without even having seen
Yeah, the
you.
biggest reason people give me shit is since I came on the internet, they said that I didn't get enough criticism. I wasn't in the clubs grinding it out. But the truth is, for the older comics that say that, I want them to read 10,000 internet comments and see if they don't feel fully criticized. After that, I mean, like, it's the most vitriolic, personal. I mean, it's one thing for a heckler to have to heckle you on stage and own that moment, but when people are faceless and don't have to get the repercussions for that,
What's the worst thing they've said about you?
The first comment I ever got was when I was 15. It was "Go gadget faggot." That's all it was.
Well, all right, wait a second. That seems supportive.
I know.
And honestly, I meant it as supportive.
Someone had to claim that.
we were racing to that.
I know. We just cut you right off at the turn. Sorry.
This is gonna be because I did stand up, and it was like the biggest fear I had. Okay, because really I was so shy. I entered a room and really lower my glance, like, and wouldn't look people in the eyes. And it was my biggest fear was doing stand-up, because my first and last line of defense was always humor. Always. At the beginning, sarcasm, then humor. And I told myself that I gotta do it. I gotta overcome that fear. And it felt amazing. So this is gonna be a reaction from a the stand-up comedian point of view. Yeah.
Just as well, as long as someone said it.
So when I first met Bo, I asked him who his favorite comic is, and he said Hans Theeuwen. Exactly. He's a Dutch comedian. And when I met you, you were 9? I can't really talk about it because of the restraining order, but I was just blown away that you would even know who he was.
What's his name?
Hans Theeuwen.
Can you do a little bit of this thing?
He's a Dutch absurdist. One of the things he does is he brings out a sock puppet, which is a black sock.
See, already I don't like him.
Yeah, no. all right. It's a white sock.
Oh,
and then
I like some people, okay, that's Bo's gift, okay, which it's just like getting into a place and saying what you say, and like off the, just shoot it out, because that's who you are. That's who you are. You're a person who at early stage as an introvert realizes, and that's me like inventing that from from a therapist point of view now. It's like he's the person who judges himself every second and then questions that by an action, ready to deal with the results or not even thinking about it because it can paralyze him so much. He knows he needs to act. That's like, because right now the tension in the room, at least for me, it felt, and again, it's always us putting our reality over stuff. Always, my truth is my truth. My truth is my truth. Your truth is yours. Theirs are theirs. But it feels to me that, like, in their forum and their laugh, it's like they're feeling, oh man, it's a racist joke. Not that much, but it's a racist joke. Should I laugh? How would I look? Both doesn't matter. That's what comes. That's what gets out. You know. Let's keep going.
And he just sings a song and feeds the sock a Baby Ruth and just crunches in the Baby Ruth the entire time. It's insane. Well, it just seems like the really only rules about stand-up comedy is you have to stand up on stage and you have to be funny. And there seems to be all these invisible rules that people put up, like, you know, starting with your second best joke, ending with your best joke.
Who told you this?
Yeah, where?
I don't know. I took a comedy class. No, I didn't.
When I was 19 at the University of Arizona, I'd never been in a comedy club in my life. And I saw that George Carlin was appearing at a club in Phoenix, and I took my material naively up to see if he would look at it, because I sat down and wrote some material that I thought was right for Carlin. And he was standing by the bar, and I asked him if he would read the material, and he said, well, I write my own stuff, but I'll look at it. And he said, come back tomorrow night. And the next night I drove back. He, as it turned out, took me into his dressing room and had read everything and said, man, you know, I think you're really funny. I think you're very green, but there's something funny on each page, because I think what he sensed is the essence of something funny. Yeah. And then that can be developed. Because at the core, your essence is funny, then you just attach it to your personality, which clearly should be checked.
It's like when you're you have that personality of a comedian, like someone really, it's because every time I see an opportunity, it's like I have a quick joke to put out there, and on every situation I need to choose what path to take according to the moment, right? But when he talks, I was hoping that he wouldn't end it with some kind of a joke. I don't know. He seems like I don't know who he is, but like the one who just spoke, I know, but I don't know his name. Like I saw him in movies and in shows. You're gonna tell me, and I'm gonna learn that way. That's how I love to learn. He's I don't know, he talks in some sort of a deep way, which I like, and then ended it with a joke, because that's what expected. That is what expected. And he knows that too, playing the game. In my stand-up comedy phase, like a lot of people heard that I was a stand-up comedian, and then they like told me, tell a joke, be funny. It's a performance. It's like you go out there and you know how to control the crowd, you know how to control the moment, you know how to control the silence and the suspense. It's like something you build up. You don't always have to be funny out loud to be funny. I don't know.
Hey, Gary, I got a couple of jokes that I...
Well, there's a difference, though. You can still be introspective and not show any of that on stage directly.
Oh.
Like, I don't talk about life.
I mean, you're so clearly, if I make this is a compliment, you are so clearly a very unique fellow that it's clear that just by being yourself, that stuff comes out of you. It doesn't mean that you have to talk about yourself necessarily.
Right. No. Right. Yeah.
Just play along. Just play along.
I know that you've been an internal
he's
journey.
making a lot of
Would you call it
sense.
spiritual?
I love what he's
Yeah,
saying. I love what he's saying. Really. Just by being yourself, you're putting out everything you want to put out without having the need to say it. Like, I love it. That's exactly. I love you. Someone I know, like I know who you are, but I don't.
Spiritual? Would you call it spiritual?
Yeah, it's pronounced spiritual.
Thanks.
It's I've been meditating far too long to be happy about anything.
Stand-up comedy and comedy seems so inherently Western. So like to understand Eastern, and that might be me being stupid.
No, you're.
But how does that affect your perspective on comedy? Because I don't really
lay down
think of
some wisdom,
Eastern.
man.
Wow.
Yeah.
The right question right there.
What happened?
Oh,
What happened?
that is the correct question. The answer to that takes a tad of time.
It's all about
I think the Eastern philosophy
Building up.
really encourages authenticity, and nothing but authenticity.
Authenticity.
What I saw when I saw you on stage is I didn't see a fake moment.
But here's where it gets difficult to explain or understand, is that Bo actually, when he performs, there's a lot of ironic detachment there. There's a lot of, you're not really revealing anything yourself.
I never talk about what I really think about on stage directly because I don't value what I think at this point about those issues. Well, just really, like, I don't think anyone wants to get up and hear a 20-year-old like tell them what they think about how the world works.
It's very hard to watch someone that funny, that young, when you think of how unfunny you were at 20 years old.
All I did at 20 is worry about my hair, I think.
Yeah, that's a dead end.
Hear about your journey. I want to know if you've attained anything through your study of Buddhism.
I don't know if attain
I
is the
studied
right word.
Buddhism.
So with the whole thing's a mess. I mean, you get closer to just being.
What exactly does that mean? So translate it into comedy, what it means.
Oh my God.
Translated
Like,
into comedy?
As a comic,
I will.
How do you?
I will. It's closest to where he's starting, which is I'm not really trying to be anything right now. I'm sitting down. This is what I do.
Do you think Bo's just healthy?
I think Bo's really healthy, yeah.
And he can be as funny as us fucked up.
Are you damaged?
No, I always.
Come on, you gotta be.
No, I
building
You
it
wanna
together.
be? Yeah,
I know. Oh man. Well, the really fucked up part was the little time I spent in clubs, I would find myself jealous of the problems that our comics had because I felt like I wasn't legitimate because anything that I've achieved in light of nothing. Like I've had people patting me on the back since day one. I think I get
that's horrible.
I know, but it's true.
There's a thing in Gary's DVD where he's talking to Jerry Seinfeld, and he was saying, Gary, it's not all about pain. You don't have to be in pain to be funny. Isn't it about talent? Can't you just be born with like a God-given gift and you're just a talented person and you can communicate and it's all about that?
I said, I hear rage.
Well, I just think the absolute comedy comes from pain. I think kind of limits what comedy is because I think comedy comes from love. It comes from like fear. It comes from
that's
hate.
right.
You're gonna tell me you're not fucking angry?
Oh no!
I mean, come on, I saw that song. I see how you
No,
look.
no,
I
no.
know what you went through.
No, total anger. But to say that it's
You're angry at Justin Bieber, aren't you?
But I'm arrogant.
It comes from everything. It comes from everything is what you're saying.
But the anger there, I don't think that's damage that I need to fix. I'm just like stuck up enough to think that they're wrong.
We've just focused on anger here and all that stuff and the problems with the parents. But there will be other elements that include love and everything else you've mentioned that as you sort those out, they will continue to be fodder for your next song.
Right.
That's all. It's whatever you're sorting out.
Yeah. Just that absolute comedy.
But someone who isn't sorting out that stuff within
now,
them.
right now.
Are we meeting here again next week?
Yes.
Damn. They said some amazing stuff that I really loved. Thank you so much for suggesting, because I would never seen this, and really, I don't know, like jokes were nice, but it was about that. For me, what I took is that if I'm being myself to my truest form, like what I want. Sometimes when I talk to people and I say, like, I find myself saying something I don't truly believe in, because I don't know, I want it to be liked or something, or, well, yeah, happened to me a lot when people, like, you come to someone's home and he's offering you this or that and you want it, but you say no because it will be somewhat of a burden on him, but maybe you can trust him that he wants you to be yourself and enjoy and have everything you need. That's his way of making himself and you feel comfortable. So that's just a tiny example. Thank you so much. I love, like, thinking about those stuff, and it's thanks to this what we've just reacted to. Thank you for suggesting this and being with me until the end. I really appreciate you, and I'm looking forward to read your comments and talk to you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Goodbye.